Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving into Twisted Games, a romance novel by Ana Huang.
Ah, yes, this one.
It's been making waves online, and we've waded through a ton of reviews.
Really generating buzz.
Yeah, readers seem to either love it or hate it.
Strong reactions.
For sure. Yeah. So let's get right to it. Twisted Games centers around Princess Bridget.
A princess.
Exactly. She's facing an arranged marriage
Oh, wow.
to this powerful and mysterious businessman, Rhys Larsen. But here's the twist.
Okay.
He's also her bodyguard.
So forbidden attraction.
And a power imbalance right from the start.
Yeah, you've got the arranged marriage trope, the bodyguard romance, and then that forbidden love element. All very popular in the romance world.
Definitely. Now let's look at what people loved about it. Rhys was a massive hit.
The brooding businessman?
Yeah, we just called him possessive, protective, alpha. Clearly fits that classic bad boy archetype.
Which so many readers can't resist. It's interesting how that archetype remains so powerful. The dangerous yet devoted man, especially when paired with a heroine who needs protecting.
And the chemistry between Bridget and Rhys. Readers were raving about it.
The steamy scenes, the intensity.
Oh yeah, that was a huge draw. We also saw a lot of comparisons to popular novels like The Spanish Love Deception and Twisted Love.
Those are big hitters. Being mentioned alongside those suggests Twisted Games taps into some similar desires that readers have. A yearning for passionate, maybe a little dangerous, forbidden romance.
Exactly. Comparisons like that can be really helpful for readers.
Like a recommendation from a friend. Right. Okay, but we've talked about the positives.
Right. Now for the criticisms. One major complaint was the pacing. Some readers found the time jumps really jarring.
Time jumps can be tricky, especially in romance. Readers want to savor the relationship development. A sudden leap forward can feel like a cheat almost.
Like you're missing key moments.
Exactly. And then there's Bridget, our leading lady.
Not everyone was a fan.
Some found her a bit whiny or unlikable.
Which can be really tough to overcome in a romance.
It's true. If readers don't connect with the protagonist, it's hard to invest in the story.
No matter how attractive the love interest is. And speaking of characters who didn't quite hit the mark.
Go on.
Many reviewers felt the secondary characters were underdeveloped. Which is a shame, because a strong supporting cast can really add depth to a story.
It's true. They can make the world feel more vibrant, offer different perspectives.
And then there's the T word.
Tropes.
Yeah, some readers felt the story relied too heavily on predictable plot points and familiar romance tropes.
Leading to a sense of repetition, maybe.
Exactly, like he was playing it safe.
Not venturing into new territory.
Right. And then the most brutal critique.
Uh-oh.
Some readers simply found the book boring and too long.
That's got a sting for an author.
No kidding. It seems like Twisted Games struggled to keep some readers engaged.
Maybe because of the pacing or the repetitive plot, or maybe they just didn't connect with the characters.
Could be a combination of things. Now, before we move on,
Yeah.
let's touch on the love triangle.
Oh, always a point of contention.
Right. Some readers were intrigued by the added drama,
The competition.
but others felt it was unnecessary.
And detracted from the main romance between Bridget and Rhys.
Love triangles can be hit or miss, for sure. Okay, with that overview in mind.
Let's hear what individual readers had to say.
Yeah, let's get into some specifics and see what really captivated or frustrated people about Twisted Games.
Sounds good. So one thing that kept popping up was Rhys's intensity.
Yeah, his character seems to be a big point of debate.
Some readers found his possessiveness alluring, but others felt it went too far.
One reviewer said they hated how they were feeling while loving Rhys, which I thought was interesting.
It really highlights that inner conflict, being drawn to a character's magnetism while questioning their behavior.
For sure. And a lot of the frustration seems to stem from Bridget's character.
What did readers have to say about her?
Many wanted her to be more assertive, less reliant on Rhys.
Yeah, you see that a lot these days. Readers want heroines with agency who take charge.
Not just the damsel in distress.
Exactly. And then there were the time jumps.
Another divisive element.
Some liked how they moved the plot along.
But others found them jarring.
Like we said before, you miss those key emotional moments.
Speaking of emotional beats, quite a few reviewers commented on the ending.
And not always positively.
Some felt it was rushed, especially the resolution of the love triangle.
Endings are so important in romance. Readers want that sense of closure.
One reviewer even called it a cop-out.
Ouch, like the author didn't quite stick the landing.
Yeah. Now let's talk about the writing itself.
Okay, what did readers think of Huang's style?
It was mixed. Some praised her prose, but others found it repetitive.
Relying on cliches.
Yeah. One reviewer even compared it to fan fiction.
That's harsh. But amidst all the criticism, there were those who absolutely adored Twisted Games.
Swept away by the romance.
The forbidden love, the alpha hero.
One reader said it made them believe in love again.
That's powerful. Speaks to that need for hope and happy endings.
And many positive reviews highlighted specific scenes that resonated with them.
Any examples?
One that came up a lot was the exchange, where Bridget tells Rhys, "You can put your hands on me in private." And he replies, "Nope, you're mine."
Oh, I remember that line. It's so possessive.
But clearly effective for a lot of readers. We also saw the book being compared to other popular novels.
Which is inevitable.
Some felt it didn't measure up to books like The Spanish Love Deception.
But others actually preferred it to Huang's previous work.
It just goes to show how subjective reading is.
What works for one person might not work for another.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it seems Twisted Games really tapped into that desire for a passionate, forbidden romance.
With the dominant hero.
But it also stumbled in some areas like character development and pacing.
Leaving some readers unsatisfied.
Ultimately, it's up to each reader to decide if the positives outweigh the negatives.
Okay, so we've talked about the characters, the plot, the writing.
Right, now let's get to something a little more unusual.
What's that?
Rhys's signature scent.
Oh, yes, the cinnamon debate.
Huang made a bold choice associating Rhys with the smell of cinnamon.
Interesting. Some loved it, found it sensual.
But others were put off by it.
Even found it symbolic of his controlling nature.
It just goes to show how even the smallest details can impact a reader's experience.
Absolutely. Speaking of impact, it's remarkable how much emotion these reviews convey.
From adoration to disgust, from tears to boredom.
Twisted Games clearly didn't leave anyone indifferent.
It sparked all sorts of discussions about healthy relationships, the role of tropes, the importance of pacing.
It really reflects the current trends and changing expectations in romance.
So what does all this mean for you, the listener?
Good question.
Well, hopefully, hearing these different perspectives gives you a better idea of what Twisted Games is all about.
And whether it's something you might enjoy.
Exactly. The best way to decide is to try it for yourself. You might fall head over heels for Rhys, like so many others.
Or you might find him cringeworthy and wish Bridget had more backbone.
Either way, we hope this exploration of Twisted Games has given you something to think about.
Maybe even sparked your curiosity enough to give the book a try.
Now, if you're still on the fence about reading Twisted Games,
We had an idea.
you could take advantage of Audible's 30-day free trial.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
You get a free audiobook of your choice.
So you could experience Twisted Games firsthand without spending anything.
Exactly. Just click the link in the episode description.
To sign up for the free trial and grab your free audiobook, and of course, we always love hearing from you guys.
So if you do give Twisted Games a read, let us know what you think.
Did Rhys's possessiveness charm you or creep you out? Did you love Bridget or were you frustrated by her?
Tell us everything. And if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Helps us reach more readers and have more of these fun book discussions.
Until next time, happy reading, everyone.